Bless the Lord, brothers and sisters. So happy to be back yet again. This message is going to be super, super short. It won't be long at all. But what I want to talk about today is thought provoking. And it is important because we don't want to offend God in any way. We don't want to sin against God in any way. And we don't want to be misled by the devil in any way. And what I want to talk about today is the importance of inspecting your thumbnails. Now, I've seen it. I've seen so-called Christians, so-called set-apart believers have thumbnails, or they're subscribed to different channels that are downright of the devil. And once you, brothers and sisters, once you hit subscribe, once you decide that this person's channel, that this person's message, that this person's influence, that this person's wherewithal is important enough for you to say, I agree, I subscribe to this. I am in allegiance with, or in agreement in so many ways with, this ideology or vision of this person's channel. When you click subscribe, okay, that means that there's something about this person's channel, there's something about this person's way of life that you are in agreement with. Now, a thumbnail says 1,000 words, just like a picture. Now, if what they are representing on their picture thumbnail is of a demonic or evil or worldly nature, and you subscribe to that, saying or professing that you're a child of God, then I believe that you're going to be downright accountable for it, because if you are hitting subscribe, it's obvious that you're over the age of accountability. What am I saying, Samantha? I'm saying that we all as children of God have to be mindful. I've seen it. There's people I know personally, okay, that they profess that they're children of God. You've seen it on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, haven't been on Facebook for 5+ years. But you see it on Facebook. They have imagery of scantily clad women. There was a brother in the church that I used to know, and he actually sung on the praise team. And I looked at his, years ago, I looked through his the friends that he was affiliated with. It just caught my eye that one of his thumbnail people or whatever, her bottom was out, and she was basically in a bathing suit, scantily clad, like naked almost. And others, people on Facebook or wherever the case is, they just are representing the devil. I'm just gonna say that. There's a lot of quote-unquote Christians out there that profess they are of children of God, but check out their thumbnail. Listen, anytime, I've heard this before and it's so true. Anytime you want to get to know a person, check out the music they listen to, or check out the thumbnails they subscribe to, or check out, it shows you blatantly what they decide to welcome in their lives, what they are in agreement with. Okay, you could check my thumbnails, and I'm not here to brag. This is just something that, listen, if this is not something that's edifying my spirit, edifying the kingdom, or representing God, if it's not about that, then I'm not subscribing to it. Okay? So we have to be mindful. I know somebody, it's just the thumbnail. It's just as little as the thumbnail. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Samantha? It's just a thumbnail. Well, When you hit subscribe to somebody's channel, a thumbnail, how my thumbnail is a heart, it represents the fact that this is a labor of love. I love you guys. God is love. I'm trying to give you a strong message, but the root of it is love. It's predicated on love. Okay? I love you guys. That's why God gave me that thumbnail, because it represents what I'm about. Love. Okay? No chaser. So, you have to be mindful of what you put and what you allow and how you represent, even if you're a YouTuber, okay? Even if you're a YouTuber and professing Jesus and are quote unquote preaching the gospel, spreading good news, whatever the case is. You got to represent yourself and make sure that your thumbnail, even the smallest, a little thumbnail, is representing Christ, representing God on a fundamental level, and it reflects what he is about. This is simple, but go through your subscribe. Everybody you decide to subscribe to, look through it. Look through it. Listen, I've had so-called Christians, okay, listen to Pink, and they subscribe to Pink. They subscribe to J. Cole or whoever the case. They subscribe to, what's this chick's name that's outrageous, that people love so much because they're of the devil. What's this girl's name? This wild girl. She's like, what is this girl's name? Cardi B? Is that her name? Cardi B. Cardi B. You know, I'm not here to glorify Cardi B. You know, you got to know who's of the devil, brothers and sisters. You can't be entertained. This is the problem. So many people they love entertainment, but God is watching what you like. Listen, you can't, come on now. You can't profess being of God and watching worldly stuff and subscribing to worldly things and not think that God's not watching the rudiments of the root of your heart. That God's not watching the thoughts that go behind of you clicking on and you subscribing to it. See, I think this is what it is. I think this is what it is, guys. And like I said, I don't want to make this long. I want to make this short and sweet. A lot of people think that God is so far away, eons and eons away, that God doesn't even hear and see the motives behind before you're about to click, before you're about to turn on this or that. We don't want to fall short anymore. We want to get it right for God. We want to choose wisely. So the next time you decide to check out this person's video, that person's video, this person's whatever, ask yourself, stop yourself and say, how is this edifying God? Am I in agreement with this? Or is this an assignment of the devil? And if you pull up all your subscription files and it's mostly worldly, or it's mostly talking about things of the flesh, things of the eyes, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, the pride of life, then that means that you need to start deleting a lot of your thumbnails, because I'm telling you the truth. Listen, this is a warning message. We're going to have to stand before God. Listen, I'm serious. For the littlest things that we don't rectify. But now that we know, now that we know, we're accountable now. See, this video holds you accountable. Don't try to hide under the bed. I didn't say under the covers. Don't hide under the bed. Now that you know that you are accountable now, you get to check your thumbnails. You get to check your subscriptions. Oh, Samantha, I forgot I had that one. I forgot. Well, do some spring cleaning right now. This is a prime day to do some spiritual spring cleaning, because what you are allowing, what you are in agreement with, says a lot about your walk with God. Bless the true and living God.